In the intricate dance of love and relationships, a common misconception often takes root, the belief that our happiness hinges on the validation and affection we receive from others. We chase fleeting moments of approval, yearning for the reassurance that our worth is recognized and cherished. Imagine, however, a life unshackled from this dependency, where your joy is not dictated by the fickle whims and affections of another. Picture a reality where your emotional well-being remains steadfast, untouched by unanswered texts, vague communications, or the subtle nuances of social interaction. This is not some utopian fantasy, but a tangible, attainable reality accessible to you right now, through the transformative power of Stoicism. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy steeped in resilience, inner peace, and self-sufficiency, offers a profound path to achieving happiness that transcends external circumstances. But how does this seemingly individualistic philosophy connect to the universal desire for connection, the longing to be missed, to leave a lasting impression on the hearts of those we care about? In this exploration, we will delve deep into the core tenets of Stoic philosophy, unveiling its potential to revolutionize both our personal growth and our interpersonal relationships in profound and unexpected ways. We will embark on a journey to discover the art of making a lasting impression, not through manipulative tactics or meticulous planning, but by embodying a spirit of self-sufficiency, authenticity, and inner tranquility. This involves a dedicated commitment to personal development, fostering emotional self-reliance, and cultivating an appreciation for the present moment, free from the anxieties of dependency. By embracing these principles, we naturally become more attractive, more compelling, and paradoxically, more unforgettable. This exploration is meticulously designed to guide you toward a more stoic and enriched life, equipping you with practical tools to navigate the complexities of relationships while remaining grounded in your own inner strength. Let's begin by unraveling the first key principle, releasing the desire to control. The ancient Stoics possessed a profound understanding of the human condition, recognizing that much of our stress, frustration, and even deep despair stems from the relentless pursuit of control over things that are inherently uncontrollable. We, as human beings, are creatures of habit, wired to seek order and predictability in a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty. We expend vast amounts of energy attempting to mold situations, influence outcomes, and even shape the behavior of other people to align with our desires, only to realize, time and time again, that the vast majority of these factors lie beyond our sphere of influence. This realization can be disheartening, leading to feelings of helplessness and a sense of being at the mercy of external forces. However, the Stoic perspective offers a radical shift in mindset, reframing this apparent limitation as a source of liberation. It is not meant to be a fatalistic acceptance of whatever life throws our way, but rather a powerful invitation to release ourselves from the self-made chains of impossible expectations. It encourages us to redirect our focus from the external world, which is largely beyond our control, to the internal world, where we possess absolute sovereignty. The essence of embracing Stoic wisdom lies not in passively surrendering to the whims of fate, but in actively honing our inner selves, the one domain where we wield genuine power. This power resides in our attitudes, our choices, and our responses to the events that unfold around us. It is within this inner sanctum that we can truly make our mark, cultivating the virtues of patience, understanding, and resilience that form the bedrock of a Stoic life. Imagine a scenario where you're meticulously planning a surprise birthday party for a loved one. You spend weeks coordinating with friends and family, securing the perfect venue, and curating a guest list that reflects the breadth of their social connections. You envision a flawless celebration, filled with laughter, joy, and heartfelt appreciation. However, on the day of the party, unforeseen circumstances arise. The caterer cancels at the last minute, a sudden downpour threatens to ruin the outdoor decorations, and several key guests are unable to attend due to unexpected emergencies. In this situation, the desire to control the uncontrollable can lead to immense frustration and disappointment. You might find yourself spiraling into a vortex of negativity, fixating on what went wrong and lamenting the imperfections of the event. However, by embracing Stoic principles, you can navigate this challenge with greater equanimity. Instead of dwelling on the factors beyond your control, you can shift your focus to your response to the situation. You can improvise a solution to the catering crisis, rearrange the decorations to accommodate the weather, and appreciate the presence of those who were able to attend. By accepting the reality of the situation and focusing on what you can control, you can transform a potentially disastrous event into a memorable and meaningful celebration. Consider the profound implications of letting go of control in the context of relationships. We often attempt to mold our partners into idealized versions of themselves, imposing expectations that are unrealistic and ultimately detrimental to the health of the relationship. We may try to change their habits, dictate their preferences, or control their social interactions, all in the name of love or concern. However, such attempts at control inevitably lead to resentment, conflict, and an erosion of trust. Stoicism teaches us to accept our partners for who they are, flaws and all, recognizing that they are autonomous individuals with their own thoughts, feelings, and desires. It encourages us to focus on our own actions and behaviors, striving to be the best possible version of ourselves, rather than attempting to change the person we love. By embracing this perspective, we create space for genuine connection, mutual respect, and a deeper appreciation for the unique qualities that each partner brings to the relationship. The practice of letting go of control is not about surrendering our agency or abandoning our goals. It is about aligning our actions with our values and accepting that the outcomes are often beyond our direct influence. We can pour our hearts and souls into our endeavors, striving for excellence in all that we do, but we must also recognize that the ultimate results are not always guaranteed. This understanding does not diminish the value of our efforts, it simply allows us to view them from a healthier, more realistic perspective. By detaching our sense of self-worth from the attainment of specific outcomes, we become more resilient in the face of setbacks and more appreciative of the journey itself. Stoic teachings challenge us to reframe our perception of challenges, viewing them not as obstacles to be avoided, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. They invite us to question our assumptions about control, success, and security, prompting us to examine the sources of our anxieties and the roots of our attachments. In doing so, we often discover that our true strength lies not in controlling the external world, but in mastering our inner landscape. It is in the cultivation of inner peace, resilience, and acceptance that we find the true freedom to navigate the complexities of life with grace and equanimity. In our daily lives, this translates to becoming more adaptable and open to the unexpected. It means welcoming life's surprises, both pleasant and unpleasant, with a calm mind and a heart ready to learn from whatever comes our way. It is about handling life's challenges with grace, seeing them as opportunities to grow and understand ourselves better. It requires us to embrace the impermanence of all things, recognizing that change is the only constant and that clinging to fixed expectations is a recipe for disappointment. As we integrate this Stoic principle into our daily routines, we begin to notice profound shifts in our relationships, our levels of stress, and our overall sense of well-being. We cultivate deeper connections with others, based on authenticity and mutual respect, rather than neediness or dependency. We experience a reduction in stress and anxiety, as we relinquish the futile attempt to control the uncontrollable. And we develop a greater appreciation for the present moment, savoring the simple joys of life without being consumed by anxieties about the future or regrets about the past. We start to see that control is not the secret to happiness, but rather balance, acceptance, and inner tranquility. Letting go of our need for control is not an act of giving up, it is an act of reclaiming our power in the most effective way possible. It is about embarking on a journey towards inner freedom, a transformation that reshapes how we perceive and interact with the world. This journey leads us to a life defined not by external validation, but by inner peace, resilience, and a profound sense of purpose. It empowers us to navigate the inevitable storms of life with unwavering courage and equanimity, knowing that our true strength lies within. Embracing this perspective allows us to cultivate deeper, more meaningful relationships, free from the anxieties of control and dependency. It allows us to experience the joy of living fully in the present moment, unburdened by the weight of expectations and anxieties. And it empowers us to create a life that is truly our own, a life defined by our values, our passions, and our unwavering commitment to living with virtue and integrity. Now, let's move on to the second pillar of a fulfilling life, independent of external whims, self-growth over external validation. Have you ever found yourself caught in the trap of seeking validation from external sources, constantly craving the approval of others to affirm your worth? Perhaps you've become acutely aware of the number of likes you receive on social media, feeling a momentary surge of elation with each new notification, only to experience a subtle pang of disappointment when the numbers don't meet your expectations. Or maybe you've noticed how your mood dips when you don't receive the reaction you hoped for from friends or family, interpreting their silence or lack of enthusiasm as a reflection of your own inadequacy. This is a common human experience, a consequence of our innate desire for connection and belonging. We are social creatures, wired to seek acceptance and approval from those around us. However, when this desire becomes an insatiable need, it can lead to a cycle of dependency and insecurity, where our self-worth is constantly contingent upon the opinions and judgments of others. The pursuit of external validation is a precarious path to happiness, as it places our emotional well-being in the hands of factors beyond our control. The opinions of others are fickle and unpredictable, subject to their own biases, insecurities, and agendas. Relying on external sources to validate our worth leaves us vulnerable to disappointment, rejection, and a constant sense of inadequacy. But what if true happiness, lasting fulfillment, and genuine self-esteem originated from within? What if you possessed the key to unlock your own intrinsic sense of worth, independent of the opinions and judgments of others? This is the empowering promise of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers a radical alternative to the pursuit of external validation. Stoicism teaches us to shift our focus from the external world, which is largely beyond our control, to the internal world, where we possess absolute sovereignty. It encourages us to cultivate qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, building a strong and resilient character that finds joy not in the fleeting approval of others, but in the enduring satisfaction of personal growth and achievement. This does not mean that we should isolate ourselves from others or become indifferent to their feelings. On the contrary, Stoicism promotes the formation of robust, meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than dependency or neediness. It encourages us to engage with the world with compassion and empathy, striving to contribute to the well-being of others, but without seeking their approval or validation in return. Think about the times you've anxiously waited for someone to miss you, to express their desire for your presence, or to demonstrate their affection in a tangible way. It's akin to handing them the remote control to your emotions, allowing their actions and words to dictate your feelings of worth and happiness. You end up reacting to their moves, tossed about by their unpredictable behavior like a ship on a stormy sea. This emotional roller coaster can be exhausting and ultimately detrimental to your self-esteem. Stoicism offers a different approach, handing that remote control back to you. It equips you with the tools to cultivate a sense of inner stability, allowing you to weather the storms of life with greater equanimity. By focusing on your own personal growth and striving to embody the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation, you develop a strong, resilient character that finds joy in self-improvement, independent of external validation. Imagine yourself as a sculptor, meticulously crafting a masterpiece from a rough block of stone. You pour your heart and soul into your work, honing your skills, refining your technique, and striving for perfection in every detail. As you progress, you find satisfaction not in the potential praise of onlookers, but in the intrinsic pleasure of the creative process. You are driven by the desire to express your inner vision, to bring beauty and meaning into the world, and to push the boundaries of your own capabilities. This is the essence of Stoic self-growth, a relentless pursuit of excellence, fueled by intrinsic motivation and a deep appreciation for the journey itself. This Stoic mindset does not mean that we should cut ourselves off from others or cease to care about their opinions. On the contrary, Stoicism promotes the formation of robust, meaningful connections based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than on dependency or neediness. It encourages us to engage with the world with compassion and empathy, striving to contribute to the well-being of others, but without seeking their approval or validation in return. And here's a fascinating paradox: by focusing on our personal growth and striving to become our best selves, we naturally become more interesting and appealing to others. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence, passion, and authenticity. They are attracted to individuals who are comfortable in their own skin, who pursue their goals with unwavering determination, and who radiate a sense of inner peace and contentment. The less we chase someone's attention, the more likely they are to take notice, because we are living our lives with purpose, passion, and authenticity. Our focus on self-improvement becomes magnetic, drawing others towards our positive energy and unwavering self-belief. So, instead of expending our precious energy on seeking validation from others, let's redirect our focus inward, pouring our hearts into nurturing our inner world. Let's invest time in learning new skills, exploring new hobbies, and delving deep into our personal values and what makes us tick. This journey of self-discovery and improvement is not only rewarding in itself, but it also makes us far more admirable and, yes, missable to others. Consider the example of an individual who dedicates themselves to mastering a musical instrument. They spend countless hours practicing scales, learning new songs, and refining their technique. They are driven by a passion for music, a desire to express themselves creatively, and a commitment to continuous improvement. As they progress, they find satisfaction not in the potential applause of an audience, but in the intrinsic joy of making music. They are content to practice in solitude, knowing that each hour spent honing their skills brings them closer to their artistic goals. This dedication to self-improvement radiates outwards, making them more interesting and appealing to others. People are drawn to their passion, their discipline, and their unwavering commitment to their craft. They are inspired by their ability to find joy in the process, regardless of external validation. As a result, they become more missable, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts of those who encounter their talent and dedication. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing our desires or denying our need for connection. It is about reminding us that our happiness and value do not hinge on them. By grounding ourselves in Stoic principles, we can achieve a peaceful, satisfying, and genuinely independent life. Let's embrace this Stoic way, focusing on bettering ourselves and finding our joy from within. That, my friends, is where true happiness is truly found. It is in the cultivation of inner peace, resilience, and self-acceptance that we discover the true source of our worth, a source that cannot be diminished by the opinions or judgments of others. It empowers us to live with authenticity, purpose, and unwavering self-belief, attracting meaningful connections and leaving a lasting impression on the world around us. By shifting our focus from external validation to internal growth, we transform ourselves into magnets of positive energy, drawing others towards our light and inspiring them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Building upon the foundation of self-growth, let's explore the crucial role of independence and emotional resilience in fostering a fulfilling and meaningful life. At the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful and transformative insight: while we cannot always control the events that unfold around us, we absolutely can control our responses to those events. This idea is not merely a philosophical abstraction, it is a practical guide to achieving emotional freedom and navigating the complexities of life with greater equanimity. Stoicism is not about suppressing our emotions or pretending that the world does not affect us. It is about recognizing our emotions, understanding their origins, and then choosing not to allow these feelings to dictate our actions or control our thoughts. It is about cultivating a sense of inner detachment, allowing us to observe our emotions with objectivity and respond to them with wisdom and discernment. The Stoics had a clear and concise mantra: focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. This principle is not just about finding peace within ourselves, it is a practical guide to staying emotionally strong in the face of adversity. It empowers us to take ownership of our lives, to make conscious choices about how we respond to the challenges and opportunities that come our way. Now, consider how this principle plays out in everyday life. Imagine you're driving to an important meeting, and another driver suddenly cuts you off in traffic. Your initial reaction might be one of anger, frustration, and perhaps even a desire for revenge. You might honk your horn, shout obscenities, or even engage in aggressive driving behavior. However, by embracing Stoic principles, you can choose a different response. You can acknowledge your anger, recognize that it is a natural human emotion, and then consciously choose not to let it ruin your day. You can take a deep breath, remind yourself that you cannot control the actions of other drivers, and focus on maintaining your composure and arriving at your destination safely. Or imagine that a friend cancels plans at the last minute. Your initial reaction might be one of disappointment, rejection, or even a sense of betrayal. You might dwell on the cancellation, replaying the conversation in your head and wondering what you did to deserve this treatment. However, by embracing Stoic principles, you can choose a different response. You can acknowledge your disappointment, recognize that it is a natural human emotion, and then consciously choose not to let it ruin your evening. You can remind yourself that people have their own reasons for their actions, that cancellations happen, and that you can always find alternative ways to spend your time. This mindset fosters a sense of independence that is both empowering and incredibly useful. It allows you to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater resilience, knowing that your emotional well-being is not contingent upon the actions or opinions of others. It frees you from the tyranny of external circumstances, allowing you to focus on what you can control, your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. This independence does not mean that you are destined to go through life alone. On the contrary, it actually helps you connect with others more authentically, from a place of strength and self-assurance. When you are not dependent on others for your happiness, you are free to form genuine connections based on mutual respect, shared values, and a genuine desire for companionship. You are not seeking to fill a void within yourself, but rather to share your life with someone who complements and enriches your experiences. Take relationships, for instance. Stoicism helps us understand that while it is wonderful to love and care for others, our personal happiness should not depend solely on someone else's actions or approval. This perspective encourages us to build relationships based on mutual respect and real connection, not out of fear of being alone or needy dependency. It allows us to appreciate our partners for who they are, without attempting to control or manipulate them. It fosters a sense of equality and mutual understanding, creating a foundation for lasting love and companionship. By building up our emotional resilience, we get to enjoy deeper, more meaningful relationships without losing our own identity in them. We are able to love and care for others without sacrificing our own well-being, and we are able to navigate the challenges of relationships with greater equanimity and understanding. Plus, Stoicism is big on living in tune with nature, accepting life's natural ups and downs, which really bolsters our emotional strength. It reminds us that change is constant and adapting to it is a true test of our resilience. It teaches us to find beauty in the impermanence of all things, to appreciate the ebb and flow of life, and to accept that suffering and setbacks are inevitable parts of the human experience. So, how do we cultivate this independence and emotional resilience? It starts with self-awareness, regularly checking in with yourself, your thoughts, and your emotions, especially when you face challenges. Practicing gratitude, staying in the present moment, and aligning your daily activities with your core values play a huge part too. And very importantly, we need to question our perceptions, asking if our reactions are really fitting for the situation, or if they're based on old habits or beliefs. This requires a willingness to challenge our assumptions, to examine the roots of our anxieties, and to question the validity of our fears. It is a process of continuous self-reflection, allowing us to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. Embracing Stoicism isn't about sailing smoothly through life without ever needing anyone else, rather, it's about becoming your own lighthouse during storms, guiding yourself with principles that have stood the test of time. It is about cultivating a sense of inner stability, allowing you to weather the storms of life with greater equanimity and resilience. It is about taking ownership of your emotional well-being, knowing that you have the power to choose your responses and to navigate the challenges of life with grace and courage. This journey towards personal independence and emotional resilience isn't just a solo track, it's enriched by the wisdom of those who have walked this path before us. By studying the teachings of the Stoic philosophers, we can gain valuable insights into the nature of human suffering, the importance of virtue, and the path to a fulfilling and meaningful life. We can learn from their experiences, their struggles, and their triumphs, drawing inspiration and guidance from their timeless wisdom. And as we apply these Stoic principles, we'll find that our capacity for joy, our strength in adversity, and our knack for maintaining balanced relationships all grow more than we ever thought possible. We will discover that true happiness lies not in the pursuit of external pleasures, but in the cultivation of inner peace, resilience, and a profound sense of purpose. Let's navigate life's storms not by seeking shelter, but by being strong together. Let's embrace the Stoic path to independence and emotional resilience, transforming ourselves into beacons of strength and wisdom, capable of navigating the complexities of life with grace and unwavering courage. Finally, let's delve into the profound concept of developing a meaningful existence, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a key ingredient in living a life of purpose and fulfillment. Let's journey into the profound teachings of the Stoic philosophers, figures like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus. These thinkers truly emphasize the importance of aligning our lives with our true nature and the broader rhythm of the universe. At its heart, this philosophy encourages us to discern what's genuinely important and to wholeheartedly devote ourselves to these principles. It is not about passively accepting our fate, but rather about actively engaging with the world in a way that is both meaningful and purposeful. It is about cultivating a sense of inner harmony, aligning our actions with our values, and contributing to the greater good. For Stoics, the true essence of life isn't found in chasing external success, accumulating wealth, or collecting accolades. Instead, it's rooted in nurturing our virtue, wisdom, and integrity. It's about actively contributing to the common good, engaging with our communities, and building relationships grounded in respect and understanding. It is about living a life of purpose, guided by our values, and driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world. Creating a meaningful life, then, means taking a deep dive into our inner selves. It involves asking tough questions about who we are and what we truly value. It pushes us to stand by these values, especially when faced with challenges, or when it might be tempting to just conform to societal expectations. It requires us to examine our beliefs, our motivations, and our actions, ensuring that they are aligned with our deepest values. Stoicism acts like a compass during this journey of introspection, guiding us to scrutinize not just our actions but the motivations behind them. Are we acting out of genuine virtue, or are we merely seeking external validation? Are we driven by a desire to serve others, or are we motivated by selfish ambition? Are we living in accordance with our values, or are we compromising our integrity for the sake of convenience or social acceptance? Furthermore, Stoicism enlightens us about the transient nature of external conditions and stresses the importance of focusing on what we can control. This mindset is incredibly freeing. It liberates us from the futile endeavor of trying to control the uncontrollable and channels our energy toward areas where we can genuinely make an impact, our attitudes, choices, and responses to the world around us. It allows us to accept the impermanence of all things, to embrace change as a natural part of life, and to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. Thus, creating a meaningful life is less about our achievements and more about how we live and the mindset we adopt daily. It is about cultivating a sense of inner peace, resilience, and gratitude, and about living in accordance with our values, regardless of external circumstances. Adopting a Stoic approach means accepting that suffering and setbacks are natural parts of life. Instead of seeing these as barriers to happiness, we can view them as opportunities for growth, resilience, and a deeper understanding of life's complexities. This doesn't mean we seek out suffering, but rather find meaning in overcoming it, learning from it, and moving forward with a stronger spirit and a more compassionate heart. It is about transforming our challenges into opportunities, using our struggles as fuel for growth, and emerging from adversity with greater wisdom and compassion. In practice, living meaningfully involves both small daily acts and larger gestures. It's seen in the kindness we extend to a stranger, the dedication we bring to our work, and the integrity with which we conduct ourselves in our relationships. It's also found in those quiet moments when we reflect on our place in the universe, appreciate the beauty of nature, engage in self-care, and nurture our relationships. These actions, rooted in Stoic principles, create a rich tapestry of a well-lived life. It is about finding purpose in our daily routines, connecting with the beauty and wonder of the natural world, and cultivating meaningful relationships with those around us. Let's not forget the Stoic journey towards a meaningful life isn't meant to be walked alone, it's a path we tread together, supporting each other with shared wisdom and experiences. By anchoring our lives in Stoicism, we not only prepare ourselves to face life's challenges but also thrive amid them, finding joy, purpose, and meaning at every turn. We become beacons of light for others, inspiring them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and to live lives of purpose and fulfillment. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about striving to live in accordance with our values, to cultivate virtue, and to contribute to the greater good. It is about embracing the challenges of life with courage and resilience, learning from our mistakes, and growing into the best versions of ourselves. As we conclude our journey through the teachings of Stoicism, it's evident that this timeless philosophy offers us much more than just guidelines, it offers a lifestyle steeped in wisdom, resilience, and tranquility. It is a comprehensive framework for living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and unwavering inner peace. Stoicism encourages us to hone in on what's truly important, helping us navigate life's ups and downs with poise and calmness. It provides us with the tools to detach from the external world, to cultivate inner peace, and to live in accordance with our values. The strategies and methods we've covered aren't merely theoretical ideas, they are hands-on tools that can be integrated into our everyday routines, turning challenges into chances for personal growth and deeper insight. They are practical techniques for cultivating emotional resilience, developing meaningful relationships, and finding joy in the present moment. By embracing Stoicism, we learn not just to let go of the things we can't control but also to immerse ourselves fully in the present, to savor life's simple pleasures, and to cultivate meaningful relationships. We learn to appreciate the beauty of the natural world, to find joy in the process of self-improvement, and to contribute to the well-being of others. This approach helps us build a haven of peace within ourselves that stays unshaken no matter the chaos that surrounds us. It allows us to weather the storms of life with grace and equanimity, knowing that our true strength lies within. Following the Stoic path doesn't mean a life devoid of difficulties, rather, it offers the peace to accept the things we cannot change and the bravery to change the things we can, all while staying true to our values. It empowers us to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with courage, resilience, and an unwavering sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches us that even though we can't control everything around us, we do have control over how we see things, make choices, and react. It encourages us to take ownership of our lives, to make conscious choices about how we respond to the events that unfold around us, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. As we fold Stoic principles into our lives, we begin to see shifts in how we define happiness, success, and fulfillment. We find that real satisfaction doesn't come from outside praise or material things, but from living in harmony with our core beliefs and values. This realization is the secret to a truly fulfilling and joyful life. It empowers us to live with authenticity, purpose, and unwavering self-belief, attracting meaningful connections and leaving a lasting impression on the world around us. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey where timeless wisdom intersects with our everyday lives. Let's keep discovering and evolving together. For more insights, I encourage you to watch one of the videos recommended on the screen. Until we connect again, remember, the most important journey is the one that takes us inside ourselves. It is the journey of self-discovery, of self-improvement, and of aligning our lives with our values, a journey that leads to a life of purpose, fulfillment, and unwavering inner peace.